Good afternoon and welcome back. So today would be a day that I'm going to shoot this quick video, at least I hope it's going to be quick, on my 6 months ownership of the 2017 Mustang GT Premium with Performance Pack. So I bought it on November 25th, I believe, whatever Black Friday was, and here we are in April, sometime after 6 months, a few days. I decided I'd make a video on like what everybody else does, which is 5 things I hate or love, or 10 things I hate or love. I'm not going to number them. I'm just going to say things I hate or don't like so much, and things that I do like or love about the car. I'll start off with things that I don't like. Number one, as you can see, it's not bad, but there is wheel gap, more specifically in the front. I don't know if this is the adaptation on the current S550 chassis, where they finally have incorporated the independent rear suspension, but there's more wheel gap in the front than the rear, so it kind of looks like it's always kind of lifting in the front. Not a fan of that. I mean, it's not terrible, but it looks much cleaner. So I do plan on getting the car lowered. Not 100% positive exactly what setup, but I will get that lowered. Next thing that I don't like on the car are the panel fitment on the car. As you can see, just as a quick observation, look how much the gap is between the hood and the fender, but then the fender and the door, those don't even close to resemble any kind of symmetry, if you want to call it that. And then, you know, you go over here to the back of the door where you would open it from, a really large gap, so it's like almost as if the door is actually too far forward, maybe. I'm not really sure, or maybe the fender is too far back. I'm again not really sure. Rock chips. This thing, the paint is just, I don't know. You can see there's one right there. That's a pretty big chip for a car not that old. There's other little ones across the hood here. There's one, a couple more. The car's dirty right now, so you can't see everything, but there's definitely more in the front, especially down here on the lower half of the front bumper. It's taken quite a beating, and I've only got 11,000 miles on the car. What else do I not like? Oh, to the back. So in the Premium you get the backup cameras, and it's nice, but what is not nice is it rains all the freaking time here in the Pacific Northwest. Practically has all the last 6 months I've owned the car, and of course I would buy this car in the year that we have the most rain on record, and that spray comes up and hits the back of that camera on the back deck lid, and it just makes it all blurry. You can't see when you go to utilize that camera for backing up. So it's, you know, not that I don't know how to back up without it, but you know, that's what it's there for, and it's just kind of sucky how that is placed. Maybe in the future when they revamp the Mustang, they'll have a better way to put that camera in there to where it's not constantly out there in the weather, I guess. I have a friend who's got a newer, I think he's a 2017 GTI, and they conveniently placed the camera behind the Volkswagen logo on the back of the trunk, and that's actually pretty cool. I like that. It's clean looking, you don't see the camera, and then when you go to back up, it actually flips forward at the top, and the bottom of it pops out, and that's where the backup camera's at, and that's really clever. So Ford, do something like that. I don't know. Thanks for showing me that, by the way, Mr. Dan. So as far as the outside, I think those are kind of my only pet peeves or dislikes about the car. So let's go to the inside of the car. So first off, the leather on the steering wheel. It's not terrible, but I've been in cars with much nicer steering wheels than this that cost far less. So I don't know. I guess it could have been done better, but it's not terrible. I noticed right away that it was kind of almost like a cheap leather. Another thing that I don't particularly care for on the inside is the shifter. Let me get inside here to stop that dinging noise. So the shifter is just kind of numb. There's just kind of nothing there. You can't really tell for precise shifting. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm coming from driving other cars that are very precise, more specifically the Honda S2000. Most arguably, I don't know anyone who would ever drive one and not say that it's the best shifter they've ever driven. I've heard it thousands of times. If you can find a car out there with a better shifter than an S2000, it probably costs 5 times as much. So this is something I plan on changing out. There's a few out there, a few companies that make assemblies to replace the stock one with, and a lot of people are very happy with the results as far as the shift feel, how precise it feels, and just everything about it just feels much better, and you feel more connected to what's going on with the car as far as your shifts, the transmission and everything. So that would be another thing. And another thing is, I noticed within probably a few weeks, actually, I'm getting some sort of a rattling vibration behind here in the passenger side of the dash, and then also I'm hearing it either in my door here or in the headline. I'm not really sure where it's coming from. I'm kind of busy driving when that happens, but just there's some rattles. And again, my last brand new car, I don't think I even heard a rattle in it for like 7 or 8 years actually, and it cost half as much as this car did. So this is generally my view of when I'm driving. Now what I see here, and maybe you don't see it as much as I do, is that I can't see most of my speedometer. Well, actually, it's probably more like that. I had to adjust my camera or my phone a little bit. That's what I see when I'm driving. Now, I guess I can adjust the steering wheel, but I hate the steering wheel kind of facing up, so it's kind of like it's my own personal hell right there, because I don't like the steering wheel up, but it covers most of the tach and it covers most of the speedometer. So I guess I just have to go by feel, which I am getting more used to. The RPMs, the feel and listening to it, and also, knowing what gear I'm in and everything. So a little bit of time and I'll get more used to it. I know it's been 6 months, but it's been mostly like, driving to work and then whatnot, not really having time to just kind of go out and explore and just get used to the car by itself and not deal with traffic. So I guess that's it for the things I don't like about the video, or don't like about the car, or don't love about the car. I will make another video about things I do like or love shortly. Thanks again. Subscribe, share, and if you do subscribe, please hit that little bell notification so you get notifications so you can get all my updates on any other videos that I make. Thanks, guys.